back at it. So this is type interesting, bro. This is type interesting. So I need to go up. Well, actually. Shit ugly, bro. Overly ugly. So we need to go up and form SMT. If you look at this, yeah, we can't count this as SMT. So we have to look at longs. Yo, what up, Tawa? You got me an energy drink, bro. This market gonna require it right now. So, cool. So 830 comes out. When 830 comes out, price's intention is to drive higher so that we can create manipulation on the highs to have an expansion lower in the logic of QT. We drive higher, fine. But if you look at before we drove higher, there was already SMT on these highs. So when we're looking for manipulation on the highs post 830, we can't count this London high because price took that out way before news. The only SMT that would be like accurate would be the next cycle, or if we took out that previous day high right now. And even if we took out that previous day high right now, I have to ask, where were we short from besides this hourly PD rate? Where's the specific POI inside of that? And here we have yesterday's range, the one that we were entered into a trade around right here with. And there's not really any inefficiencies that we can use. So I don't really think this is the area where we will short from. It doesn't look that good to me. Like, it looks possible. It looks like it's supposed to short here. But I don't see it. I don't see it. Let's check the 15. Yeah, I don't see it. Stream elements bot running. Shut up. Alright. That stream element shit got to go immediately. Un momento. Yeah. Ignore chatters when I be. Yeah. Gracias. My bad. But see, like, we're already displacing above it. So I'm assuming that ES is taking out that previous day high now. See, we can trade above it, and if we do, okay. This is actually more complicated than I thought. You know why? Okay. So we can trade above it. If ES goes and trades above that previous day high, SMT that's created here, there's a possibility that we can just long. Which it did. So the reason why there's a possibility that we can just long, especially, okay, so we have previous day high SMT again, is because this would take away the activation cycle of the yearly cycle. So in order to long, we need SMT, right? This chat window is OD small. Let me raise it up for y'all. In order to long, we need SMT, right? Oh, that shit look weird. There we go. But if you peep, 830 already created the SMT. It don't look like SMT, but ES does this all the time, where it'll create a literal relative equal low or high, and it'll just act like that's SMT. And here we are. So now we have to take a step back. I believe ES is back at all-time highs. Well, almost there. What I'm gonna do is remove all of this. And I'm gonna attempt to see if there's a PD array on a lower time frame inside of this. Because what can happen is we can tap into that and the body still respect this hourly gap here. Low key, kind of unlikely. We're in the last third of this candle right here. My bad, y'all. That was probably loud. What's good, bravo? Yeah, y'all ain't really, there's nothing really here. My model ain't really here. I mean, this inefficiency here, that's solid. That's okay. I like this better. But besides this, which is tough, I ain't gonna lie, that's tough. Let me go to E. Let me go to NQ. See where we are. No SMT on the highs currently, no activation cycle.
Unknown caller.
Yo, this unknown caller called me every morning, bro. Probably bill collector or something. Let me analyze this SMT. See, on NQ, the SMT was formed before the news release. It's tough. See, when it comes to 930 and SMT forming right before the volatility injection, I have data on that. And that SMT does work. But when it comes to 830 volatility injection, I don't have any data on that. But I'm assuming it's active based on the way that we're moving. And if it's active, then we've missed the move completely. But there's a chance we take out this high on NQ. If we do that, then we have to look left. I'm doing this complete analysis with y'all. I didn't do an analysis before market today. If we press above this, nothing. There's nothing there. Cool. Let's check out this daily. I mean, we got this daily right here, but it's washed up now. The bodies of this rebalance didn't respect it, so I don't really want to use it. It's possible that she gone. I'm not necessarily looking for anything right now. I'm just trying to gauge where price is going. So going into the day, I wanted shorts, yeah. But as of right now, bro, I probably won't even press a button. I think we already looked at this. Yeah. Oh nah, this is actually a good area right here. Because what happens is, this is an imbalance, rebalanced, displaced above, tapped back into it, respected it, and displaced below it again. So it's actually a solid area, and that's why you see so what I want to see is no SMT on the highs, which means we are bullish, which means that 830 put in the manipulation for this bullishness. It's funny because nothing really happens on accident with this shit. But then you have to ask yourself, is that manipulation on the lows? Because if you peep, it came in right before 830. So is it worth looking at these shorts? I think today I'm going to take it. SMT. Don't want to take this. I'm gonna shoot it down. Whoa. Let me buy one of these back. Now my whole execution look messy because I bought one back. The reason why I'm executing on this after thinking about it is because it looks good to me and it makes sense. And the whole framing of it is, that SMT that was put in by PPI, there's a possibility that that's not real SMT. Taban Wagwan. That's the whole framing behind this setup right now. If we press higher and this setup loses, then it'll be data, because we would end up counting this as real SMT, especially if we never come back down here for today. But my thing is, I'm cool with taking this loss, right? Yo, it didn't fill me out. I'm cool with taking this loss. My thing is, where are we drawing towards? And I'm asking that because this is going to activate that yearly again. But it doesn't mean anything if we don't have a POI with enough support or resistance to offer us a reversal. Let me adjust that track record right away. I closed yesterday's trade at break even, by the way. Taban Wagwan. The hair going crazy. I don't even care. So boom, yearly is activated again. But ES is most likely going to press above that high as well. Because there's nothing stopping NQ from just going far. The next thing would be this right here. This level right here. Yo, I got a fire YouTube video dropping tomorrow. Well, actually, I'm gonna drop it tonight. It's gonna drop tonight. I think I have it posted, set to post at 5 o'clock. It's about bypassing the need to revenge trade or overtrade or anything that's detrimental when it comes to clicking a button too many times. So I'm going to make a note of this right here. Type of things you gotta do. So this SMT was put in 815, right? $8.15, and then PPI came out right here. Yeah, that's cool. And I'm gonna slap it in my Notion, because little stuff like this, I actually need to create a Notion for like little moments like this, where it's like, yo, this is such an oddball scenario. I probably don't have data on this. So yeah, nothing wrong with that, Taban. My whole trade was based off the fact that this SMT right here is not really SMT. The market has proven me that it is SMT. And see, I knew there was a possibility that it was. I just never seen this relative equal lows on a higher time frame. It always happens on a lower time frame. If you peep, whenever we drop to that 15-second, I count relative equal lows like that as SMT on ES. And I do that through experience. That's from back testing and all of that. But I've never seen it on this time frame. Because in reality, that's not SMT. But something about ES, it's treated like SMT. So, and not even only that, the real manipulations are put in during the volatility injection, because that's when big money is getting in the market and positioning themselves. This happened slightly before 8:15. That was the second thing that was questionable about it. But sometimes when we don't have any 8:30 news, if there's just 9:30 volatility injection that we're counting on, SMT can happen around 9:15, 9:20, and the market will still act as if that happened at 9:30, and it will be a valid SMT. That I had to learn that by loss as well, because for some reason is so the algorithm can't change, right? And I'm only bringing this up because these things, I don't see them in old data. The algorithm can't really change, but as the world progresses in technology, and as more people are aware of these manipulations that are taking place, market makers, banks and firms adjust, because the more this thing runs off liquidity. Now, banks and hedge funds and all that, those are the real liquidities. They want to eat each other alive. There's a bunch of sharks in a tank. As retail or liquidity gets smarter, the places where liquidity is changes slightly, or the timing of when we take out the liquidity changes slightly. Small things change slightly. And I think this is one of those things, because I have no data on this right here, and I went through years of SMT or PPI, CPI, SMT being created right before it, and it being traded as if it happened at the volatility injection. So it's using this small period of time like the manipulation and treating the actual injection like an expansion. And I've never seen that. I've seen it for 9:30, but I've only seen that in the recent years. And I only learned that by losing the same way that I did with this 8:30. So I kind of should have known better, but it's 1R. I'm not tripping. But it's just interesting to see. And that's why I'm taking note of it. Maybe check the Dow. Hell no, Taban. So I traded with the Dow. My first 2 years of collecting data, I traded with the Dow. And when I was trading with the Dow, there were quite literally days that I couldn't explain. When I started trading with just NQ and ES, because those are the strongest. Y'all heard that DMX auto-tune tap into my voice? These two have the strongest correlation. So I only trade with them. This is tough. This is definitely tough. Even if the SMT was perfect though, we wouldn't have been able to catch an entry. It just took off. So we're gonna get this funded account back to break even, bro. Taban, watch. We're gonna get this funding account back to break even. We've been working on this joint for since I started, since before I started live trading. I don't know. But I've been working on this thing for a minute, and you see, we've taken 7 trades. We're up 4R. Data says we have upcoming days where we're going to be cooking 8R, 5R, 10R. You know what I'm saying? Every once in a while, we get that perfect setup that I can take advantage of. And the rest of the times, we 1 to 4, 1 to 5, 1 to 2, 1 to 4, 1 to 5. We hover around in that area, which is cool. This thing will come back. And the same thing with this eval. We lost 530 on it. Yeah, we lost 1R today. Perfectly. This is an interesting area. I just don't think it's strong enough to offer that support. Might have to slap too many. Too many. On what? On longs? It's a dangerous time to long right now. Dangerous time to long right now. This damn. There we go. Chat look a little better now. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this chat right fast. I think it's only you in here anyway to buy. Bear with me, buddy. Chat window is gone. Hold on. What do I think of the 5 accounts? See, I'm glad you told me that. I didn't even know that was a thing. See, now the chat window gone. You can't see it anymore. I don't know why. It's weird. I can see it here. Do I have to? Probably gonna grab some though, Teron. I ain't gonna lie. Oh yeah, nah, intraday? Absolutely not. But no baby. But no baby. I had to retry the first one. That shit was ass. You know, okay. I was talking to, there we go. Okay, it just reset it. That's what was going on. I was talking to AI about not only the statistics of day traders making it, but the statistics of them getting like payouts. Apex had completely different like statistics than every other prop firm's average, and that's because they allow you to one-shot the eval, but then they bring in all of these airtight rules on actual fundeds. And the one thing that stops people from getting paid out the most or passing evals the most is that intraday trail and drawdown. Statistically, that is what makes people lose the most on Apex. Out of everything else, even more than overtrading, that intraday drawdown. Well, I guess they could go hand in hand. There's not really any way to tell. But nah, intraday drawdown makes it like a scam to me. Like, how you gonna charge me based on unrealized profits? The opposite equivalent would be letting your trade run to 5,000 in profits, but closing at 2,000 in profits, and you got 5,000 in your account after you close. What? This shit don't make no sense. Facts. That shit is a scam, bro. Apex end of day, I'll buy that shit all day. I'm happy this happened. I'm overly happy this happened. Because with a BISI this large, with the activation cycle gone, with us being bullish again, we're gonna have to short tomorrow in the AM session. And longs, I'm gonna tell you right now, longs are likely going to come from this hourly BISI. This that we marked up right here, I believe that was a 1 minute level. We might even have overlapping. Nah, but we got plenty inefficiencies here. If we don't come back and grab these today, it leaves opportunity for tomorrow. And tomorrow, we'll erase that loss we had today. Cake. Yo, good job, well done. Rob, what's good, bro? Where you come from? I feel like you was in here a couple times ago. I don't know. This shit, buddy. Keep it up. Keep it up. Did y'all touch this today? Taban, you touched this, John? Let's drop to a 1 minute. None is gonna happen but us expanding today, possibly rebalancing this range and sitting around. This is a strong move. It's just interesting to me that this leg happened this way, and I've never seen it in old data. I could sit here and say like, oh, maybe I just wasn't paying attention. Bravo, it don't even matter, bro. 2 losses don't even matter. you're gonna get it back, bro. Just sit on your hands. It's done. It's over with for today. Nothing to it. You're still here. Still standing. That's a good plan to mine. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I could sit here and say that I wasn't paying attention in the bag testing, but that's just not the case. If we have 8:30 news, I start my day right before 8:30. So this is real. This is like something slightly changed a little bit. It's either something slightly changed or I just didn't go through enough data to see this. But the thing is, the algorithm itself won't change, but they will make adjustments. They have to. They have to. Do you know what the most popular type of trader is? The most popular strategy? It's breakout trading. Because it's easy, it's simple. People don't want something complicated. They want something that makes sense. Prices breaking out to the downside, it makes sense that we should be selling here. Prices breaking out to the upside, it makes sense of the vice versa. And most people don't even pay attention to the volatility injections and things like that. But if you do, you'll notice the manipulation, the true manipulation, takes place when big dogs enter the market. Every trade that we take it high, 232, and hit the 3 daily orders block. On NQ. Then you gotta look at ES too. ES got what, 850 right above. That would align with NQ driving. So I don't even know. I'm done for the day. Not touching. Even if we knew this was gonna happen, I still wouldn't have been in longs right now. I ain't hating against nobody that took longs at all. I'm just saying we wouldn't have had our requirements for our model. Once I get done this back testing series, a few more weeks of it, probably finish a year, honestly. I think I'm gonna create a new model. Just because I'm gonna create a model that is not this, it has nothing to do with this. It's gonna be a kind of a ping pong type of model, like operating beneath the 1 minute. And it might take me a long time to make that. That's fine, because we'll still be trading this live. Yeah, this is different, bro. This is different. Like I said, I've seen that happen with 9:30, now with 8:30. I'm low-key shocked today, like. But do you know, in all transparency, hold on. In all transparency, where I messed up today, I traded something that I don't have data on, which is the exact opposite thing that I preach. Granted, I wasn't completely in the dark. I made an assumption based on other data, but I was on the wrong side of that. And either way, I still traded something that I have no data on. I don't really feel bad about it. It's 1R. But I'm glad that I got this lesson in my pocket now, because it's not going to happen again. Next time I'll take advantage of it. But see, I just got so many questions, and like I just said, I can't go back in old data and find it. So the questions I have to accumulate new experience with this. for them to be answered. Like, how far back until this is not, like, it don't work? Because SMT was created before the volatility. That shit is throwing me. Go look at any other day. SMT that's created before the volatility injection does not work. Go look at any other day. Today it worked. We're very close to the volatility injection when it worked. I want to know how far away is too far away. I can only learn that with new data. That's cool though. And then we got both of these assets just nowhere to go but up. I don't believe that we're going to stop at an order block. To be honest, I don't even know what an order block is, bro. Because everybody defines them a little bit differently. I just look at inefficiencies and liquidity. And so when I look at this, I see nowhere to go besides to this high, to this inefficiency. When I look at ES, 850 here, 900 right here. Either way, these are going to make for some fire longs tomorrow. And would that make sense in the weekly narrative? Let's see. 13th. Consolidation all week. Weekly low put in. Finally leaving the range. Where that weekly candle open. Yeah, it's a possibility that tomorrow we have a nice expansion upwards. What about the equal highs at 38,000? Are you on the regular NQ contract to buy? No, can't be. Where you on? NQ1? Shit. 38,000, what do you mean to buy? I think we all got a little bit different numbers on our shit. I'm trying to find 237 and 38,000. I don't know where y'all looking at. I don't see any daily Cibi that I'm really like, okay, that's terminus right now. Because every move got inception and terminus. The market is constantly moving towards liquidity and inefficiencies. The reason for that is super interesting too. Have you ever wondered why we gravitate towards inefficiencies? Like the real reason? Why they exist? and why we're constantly gravitating towards them. I'm gonna save it for a different video, but it's similar to the reason why we manipulate. It's done by the same people, and it's done for the same people. If the market's fractal, then that means every movement in some type of price and time cycle is manipulation. So you might as well just say everything manipulation. For real. I'm gonna get into that in a video that I got coming up. I'm taking my time with it because there's a lot of information, and I want to make sure I get it all correct, and I make sense of everything in a way where anybody who watches that video can understand. Because we all trade ICT and we all look for manipulation, but in reality, we don't know. Like a lot of people, I don't know anybody who knows why this stuff happens, why SMT happens, why manipulation happens, why certain things happen around certain news drivers, why the opening prices are so prominent, why we draw towards inefficiencies. There's a reason behind all of it. There's a reason why ICT is even discovered, what he's discovered. Think about it. Back in the day, I think digital trading started around the 80s, maybe the late 70s. Wall Street already had computers. They believed that in order to be profitable, you had to have the right instinct. They didn't think that you could predict the market based on anything. And then you had people come around who started to notice things, like mathematicians, world-renowned mathematicians. They call them quants nowadays. They started to come around and question this thing. Speech recognition type masterminds. People that were cracking Russian codes, language codes in the Cold War. That good at pattern recognition. Came around and started looking at the markets, and they did some incredible things, which opened doors for traders like us in ICT. I'm not gonna get all the way into it, but it opened the doors. It showed the world, yo, there's something here. You don't just have to have instinct or this gut feeling. Because in reality, your instinct and your gut feeling is what makes people not profitable. I preach data. And it's funny because these same people that are creating this manipulation, creating these expansions, running price to these inefficiencies, they know that everything they do is based off data and numbers. You think they don't have the world's best mathematicians in there and things like that? The world's best quants. Bro, and quants just means quantifier or something like that. When it started to become like normal to question whether there was a pattern here and mathematicians began to get together, I believe that they created something called the medallion. If you ever find time, look into the medallion by Rentech. They were the first people to create a model that was more profitable than Warren Buffett's. And they did it consistently for decades. And so banks kind of looked at that like, how you do that? And as technology advanced, they got better and better. It's a whole discussion, bro. It's a whole discussion. I'm kind of just giving y'all some key moments right now, but I want to drop a video where I get into the whole thing. And it's useful. It's genuinely useful information. Because I got to a point with this where I'm anticipating the market at least 75 to 80% of the time. I know when to be here. I know when to get out. But why is the next question. That's the only question left. But why? How? And then you start looking at history. And it's like, oh shit. This is how they play the game. No wonder it took so long to get here. So yeah, man, it's type interesting, man. It's type interesting. It's type interesting, birdie. We done for the day though. We just looking at the hourly at this point. No point in looking at the lower time frame. That's a good habit that I've developed. Only looking at the lower time frame when I'm looking to execute. That's the least important time frame. $850 is guaranteed. On NQ. These highs are guaranteed. They have SMT on them. Real liquidity is there. And there's not really anything else besides this right here that we're going to flow towards. We'll probably get there today. And if we stop there, we might stop there for the rest of the day. And that will offer us an area to short off of tomorrow. And this will offer us an area to long off of. Tomorrow should be a good day. So yeah, man, ain't nothing going on. We probably gonna sit here and expand or chop, yada yada. But we won't be pressing any more buttons today. It'll just be a matter of checking in and seeing what's going on. This isn't the interesting part of today. The catalyst is, though. It all started with 8:30 News PPI. But it started right before 8:30 News PPI. And that's something worth taking note of. And hopefully you guys understand why I've spoken about this multiple times today. That being said, I'm about to hop up off here. I'm gonna record a YouTube video for y'all boys, and I got the gym to hit. I got a lot more time than I usually do today. I'm usually not off air until like 11. So I'm grateful for an early day. Tomorrow we will likely cook. We're still in profit. We're still up 4R with 3 wins and 4 losses. This is how it should be. These losses should not take you out. And in reality, we've had 2 losses that could have been avoided. So we should be up 6R. But it doesn't even matter. We're going to keep cooking. So yeah, bravo. I'ma holla at you. See you on a vlog. Always look for inspiration. Everything is everywhere all at once.